Okay, now I know you guys get upset when I crap on stuff. I try my best to be positive and not crap on stuff. But it got a little excessive on Raw with Seth Rollins and what I can only describe as the Putty Patrol. Now, for those of you who aren't old heads, and trust me, I know who my demo is. You guys are going to know exactly what I'm talking about. He kind of looked like he's hanging out with the old Power Rangers Putty Patrol. Now, I won't take credit for that. That's something I seen on one of the social media platforms. They did look like the Putty Patrol. He put on this mask, he descended back into the people that kind of just ran around. Like the old Putty Patrol. WWE, what are we doing here? What the hell are we doing here? Like, I understand the complications of this storyline. You guys didn't expect Braun Breaker to get injured when you started it. You didn't expect Bronson Reed to get injured when you started it. Now we're supposed to believe that Seth Rollins needs the Putty Patrol to handle Logan Paul and Austin Theory? Come on, man. Like, I don't know how you're going to scrap this. I don't know what you're going to do, but this is not the way. Now, I'm not always negative. Something I really did enjoy last week on Raw was the segment between the Usos and CM Punk. Last week, I had said in a video that if the Usos' response to what CM Punk said to Roman Reigns wasn't fuck you or them kicking his ass, then WWE is doing it wrong. So I do like to see the fact that they confronted CM Punk, they demanded an apology, and that it got physical when they didn't get it. WWE is going in the right direction with this. I know a lot of people aren't happy and they think that, oh man, CM Punk, because you got people that love CM Punk unconditionally, and you got people that hate CM Punk unconditionally. People are going to say, I hate CM Punk, I hate Phil, and some people are going to chant CM Punk. So they have a problem with him being in the main event of WrestleMania. They have a problem with him being champion. But I do like the direction they went here. So they have a lot of different avenues and they have a lot of different possibilities. I was talking to somebody on X and I seen them saying that the bloodline story just keeps on giving. And I said it's like a zombie that just won't die, but it's a good zombie. It's a good one, because every time they need a storyline to pick up steam, they go back to the bloodline. Because now they're forcing us to confront who the Usos going to side with. They're going to side with their family, but does this mean that they're going to try to screw over CM Punk? Is Solo Sikoa going to get involved? Like, how deep are they willing to go with this? So I like that. It feels good. It feels like that particular storyline is picking up a lot of steam heading into WrestleMania, and I think WWE is on the right track with this one. Speaking of getting on the right track, we're slowly starting to see the Cody Rhodes storyline get back on track. Cody Rhodes is another very polarizing figure in professional wrestling. You got a lot of fans that hate his guts. You got a lot of fans that love him. A lot of fans are like, damn, how many times is this guy going to be in the main event of WrestleMania? Is he the new Roman Reigns? Is he the new John Cena? Is he being pushed down our throats? That's what people are saying to Cody. But on the flip side, you got people that just absolutely love Randy Orton. Randy Orton decimated Cody Rhodes on SmackDown. He absolutely decimated him. He was in 09 Randy form. He was in 09 Randy form. And the people cheered. The people absolutely cheered Cody getting the dog shit beat out of him. And you know what? I'm not a Cody hater. I don't really have an issue with how Cody's been booked. My issue more so has been the structure and how they've gone about it. Like, if you knew that you wanted Cody to be in the main event of WrestleMania, then why do we have Drew win the title in the first place? Like, it kind of just feels like they're all over the place and they're having a pivot left and pivot right. But I feel like they finally settled in on something that we all knew eventually they were going to get to, a Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton feud. Now, would I had liked to seen Cody be the one to turn heel? Yes, that's actually one of the bigger knocks on Cody Rhodes, that he refuses to turn heel. That's what the IWC is saying, that Cody refused to turn heel. That's why he got booed out of AEW, and that's why he's starting to get booed now. But I also think another big reason he's getting booed now in this particular instance is because people just love sadistic, sick, and twisted Randy Orton. And that's who we got. He bashed Cody head in. Now, how are they going to follow this up on SmackDown? Because there's no way in hell you're just going to have Cody Rhodes walks in the next week on SmackDown after getting the shit beat out of him like that. You can't do it. So it's going to be exciting. So I want to go into the details of just how I knew Randy Orton was turning heel. And if you follow the channel, if you follow the other channel, you know I've been distrusting of Randy this entire time. He's kissing babies. He's high-fiving kids. That's not the Randy Orton that we've come to know and love. So when Randy Orton came to the ring and he didn't have on that goofy blue John Cena style shirt that he's come out with, he had on the black and white RKO Everybody shirt. I said, oh shit, we're about to get something here. Then as Cody kept cutting Randy off, by the way, as Randy's getting ready to explain, that, hey, man, I expected this to be Drew McIntyre. I wanted to get into the zone. I wanted to get crazy. I wanted to go psycho. Cody's like, hey, no, Randy, I know you're hearing the voices. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, man. Give me the voices. Give me the 09 Randy. Give me the legend killer. Give me the sick and twisted Randy. No matter what happens, I'm going to love you. And those are the three most deadliest words in WWE. I love you. So when he said that, Randy Orton gave him a hug because that's what you do to people you love, right? Then he bashes his head on the table. Then he kicks him in the nuts, throws him out the ring, beats the living shit out of him, busts him wide open. Everybody's trying to save him. Boom, bash to the head. I thought he could have finished it off, put the cherry on top by punting his head off. But maybe he got that in his back pocket. Maybe he's saving that one for Cody. But he said something. Another thing is Randy said something during the contract signing that sounded really familiar. It sounded really familiar. WrestleMania 17 hype. Stone Cold and The Rock. When Stone Cold got ready to turn heel, do you remember what Stone Cold said? He sat down in the interview and he said, I need this. I need that championship. When Randy said that, I already knew what time it was. I knew what time it was because the last time I heard that, Stone Cold ended up hitting The Rock with a chair 100 times and siding with Vince McMahon. So those were the trigger words. I knew what was going on. And so now we got a little spice in this rivalry. We got a little spice. So much has happened in professional wrestling this week. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the Judgment Day turning on Finn Balor. I've been of the belief this entire time, and I've been telling Petey Stunt. This. Check out Petey Stunt. I've been telling Petey Stunt this. I think Finn Balor is going to get a push. I don't know how that push is going to present itself, but he's going to be doing more than what he's been doing, which is basically being a goofy. He hasn't been Prince Devitt. He hasn't been the real shooter, but I think you're going to get the real shooter now. As long as Finn doesn't turn back into Balor for everybody, as long as he don't turn back into that Finn Balor, then I think we good to go. He needs to beat the shit out of first of all, forget Dominic. I know a lot of people are going to focus on the Dominic Mysterio aspect of this. He needs to beat the shit out of JD McDonough and put him out of commission because that was supposed to be his boy, his big head ass. That's supposed to be his boy. And look what he did. Turned on him, left him land. Dominic, yeah, we all know Dominic's a punk. We all know he's a punk. That's his character. But JD, Finn got to get his get back on JD if he don't get it on nobody else. As for what I think this is going to lead to a WrestleMania, it's probably going to lead to Dominic versus Finn Balor. A lot of people are saying the demon is coming. We'll see. I'm not going to step out on the ledge and say the demon's not coming, but just based on what Finn Balor said in his interviews, he said that he don't want people to think that the only way for him to win a match is by becoming the demon. So here's my suggestion. Here's my little crazy idea. You guys know I like to fantasy, but here's my crazy idea for Finn Balor if we want to see the demon. If we're going to see the demon Finn Balor, then it has to be the Judgment Day versus Finn Balor the demon at WrestleMania. We need to see Finn versus Dominic and JD McDonough in a handicap match versus the demon, and then the demon needs to win. That way, everybody gets what they want. Finn Balor gets to say that he won the match as the demon, but he beat two guys. He gets to win. The Judgment Day gets to say, hey, we didn't know he was going to have to go against the demon. He said he wasn't going to turn into the demon anymore. And then, but whatever the case is, off of the back of that, Finn Balor needs to get a push. One of the biggest crimes to me in WWE history is how he got de-pushed after he got injured and came back from his injury. How they gave us a watered down Finn Balor. People forget how dominant and how over Finn Balor was in NXT. People forget that when Finn Balor first came to the main roster, he went for the top and he got to the top and he won the Universal title. People forget that. He needs to get back to some version of that. Maybe he doesn't become as dominant as he was with all the big names that's on the WWE roster right now. But Finn Balor definitely needs to settle into that old Chris Jericho spot where he wins the title here, he wins the title there. So by the time he leaves WWE, he needs to at least hold a main title 3 more times. I don't want Finn Balor to be a guy that's a perennial intercontinental champion. He's not even that. So we're going to see what's going to happen, man. I hope this whole thing leads to Finn Balor getting a push, because if there's one person I think deserve it, is Finn Balor.